What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Matt's California Fireworks coming at you here with a video that I want to talk about how to get the best color from your fireworks fountains, the best colors from your fireworks. This was a request I got last year. I've been meaning to make good on it for a while. Haven't gotten around to it. I've been busy with work and some other stuff has been going on. But I'm actually going to start this because I have a few examples in these here boxes right here. You guys know what's in these. I've already uploaded a video of this. I actually have a few examples of fountains that I would recommend for good color in here, in these two boxes. The problem is I just got to remember which is in which. So, open up these boxes. Okay. First one, I don't actually have the fountain. Oh my goodness, that smells so good. These are very good, actually. These are like, I don't have the actual fountains, but the fruit bowl assortment from TNT. If you like nitrocellulose and you want it for cheap, these have purple, green, it's supposed to be yellow, but it's actually orange, and a red nitrocellulose. And at 37 bucks for 4 fountains, they come up to like $9 a pop or something like that. That's not too bad. This is actually another decent one for color. It's not all color. There's good colorful flying fish and good versus evil. Again, don't actually have the fountains for that. Let me think of some more stuff. Okay, I want to show this one right here. So one thing about color is I personally think Phantom has always done it a little better. And this is one of the best ones. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it has a first tube of nitrocellulose. This first tube right here underneath the fuse, bunch of different colors of nitrocellulose, very pretty. It's extremely hard to see in demos, but very pretty fountain. I'm probably going to be buying another one of these just because of how pretty it is. We're going to toss Magic Beans off to the side. I think that's Crypto. So these aren't real good, aren't my huge recommend for color, but these have another type of color effect. I've talked about nitrocellulose, and I've talked about fish. This has what's called pearls. That's another type of colored effect. You get them in Purple Rain. These are purple pearls. There's actually a lot of fountains with pearls. Pearls are not my favorite way to get color. I much prefer fish, and nitrocellulose especially is my favorite. This one down here, Lava Panther, I'm not going to take it out. This has a rewrap of Phantom's Dragon's Tears. Not an exact rewrap. Phantom's Dragon's Tears is a bit more red in color than this one, but again, nitrocellulose, very good color. So right now I'm basically just going through a bunch of examples of how to get beautiful color out of your fireworks. At least a bunch of examples of fireworks I personally think have very good color. Eventually I'm going to make a list that you will see at the end of the video talking about where to get the best color. This is a good one. If you love green, this is great for color. Green color, this has nitrocellulose and it has kind of flying fish but also not flying fish. Good crackle at the end of this as well. The other thing I want to talk about, there's noiseless colorful fountains such as Serenity there, and there's fountains like Lava Panther, Toxic Barrel, and the fruit bowls that definitely make some noise but also have some really good color. This is one of my favorites. I get one of these every year. Open up this. This is, I'm pretty sure, my favorite when it comes to color for California. Every year I buy one of these. I might even buy 2 of them this year. This is just straight flying fish. Straight flying fish. That's actually a pretty good photo of it. Flying fish in different colors. I have a demo of this from 2024 that just came out absolutely beautiful. This is, especially if you can find it. I don't know if it's going to be everywhere because they did drop the price on this. $15, great deal for this. Phantom also has another one that's really good with fish, Spirit in the Night. You can mix and match it with Serenity and you'll get an excellent deal. So I don't know how much more color stuff I have in here. I think that's a tiny, yeah, those are Tiny Titans. Centennials kind of have pearls. Okay, the Centennial XL, that's another one. Beautiful red and blue nitrocellulose to start. Very pretty. This is Fountain. Its beginning tube, game mode's beginning tube, also is pretty colorful. It has pearls. It's not really fish. Again, not really my favorite way to get color, pearls, but it is a way to do it, and it's a completely valid way to do it. Killer Bees, TNT Killer Bees, not really anymore because they put crackle in the Killer Bees. Phantom's Killer Bees, these used to actually be very good with color and whistles. So, now that I've gone over this, I'm going to put all of my stuff back in the box here, since I've just showed you a few examples of what I think are the best colored fountains that we have in California. Those are some of my definite favorites. I'm going to leave this box open, probably so I can smell them later. So here's the second part of this video. The part that I mentioned was going to be a bit more boring. That's because I've just made a list of all the ones that I can think of that have color. And I want to admit, while making this list, I used to say that Phantom always was a lot better with color than TNT. But I've noticed, actually, that I think I got more TNT items on here than Phantom. And in my defense, most of them are pretty darn new. Back when I was growing up, if you wanted color, you went to Phantom. And Phantom just hasn't been coming out with much new stuff. TNT has, so I think I'm going to probably take back my opinion on that subject. But anyways, as mentioned, there's three ways you can get color. Technically 4, but I'm going to go over that one later because there's only one fountain I can think of that has it. My favorite way, personally, is nitrocellulose. I want to mention, again, this isn't me telling you which ones to buy. What I really want you guys to do is go look at demos. I want you guys to make your own list because everybody's going to have different tastes. I don't want to tell you which ones are good and which ones are bad. I will tell you which ones I like. But anyways, so nitrocellulose, this is probably the most vibrant one, and it also makes a really cool noise when it comes out of the tube, in my opinion. I just love that noise. Icebreaker from TNT, $12.99. It's supposed to be blue. The one I had a couple of years ago, honestly, was mostly purple, but I still enjoy it. Sprinkles is probably the best value when it comes to this effect. Sprinkles and Serenity. I just gave away one of the ones I talked about Serenity earlier. But Sprinkles, the new Sprinkles from TNT is very, very good. It's got a couple of tubes of this. And as you can see, I've actually labeled which colors are on this. I got red, green, purple, yellow. Toxic Barrel's a great old standby. It starts with I can't remember if it's 1 tube or 2 tubes. I know it's Toxic Barrel's a 4-tuber, but the first tube starts with green nitrocellulose. Unfortunately, not a lot of demos will pick this up, but it's there and it's very nice in person. The Fruit Bowl 4-pack from TNT, they're not real powerful fountains, but if you want good nitrocellulose, you kind of can't beat the price on them. They're $37 is a little steep, but you're still under $10 per fountain. There's one that's yellow, there's one that's purple, there's one that's green, and there's one that's red. The yellow one, I honestly think is closer to orange, having demoed this in person last year. Again, you can go watch my video. Lizard Wizard, or Leaping Lizard, as Beast calls it. I can't wait for somebody to go to the stand this year and ask for a Leaping Lizard, and the stand people are not going to know what they're talking about. $49.99. Probably another one, really good, really good color. There's another one with nitrocellulose for $49.99 at TNT. That's Lava Panther. I personally think Lizard Wizard is the better of the two. I think most people would agree. I think Lizard Wizard has better color. But I actually do have a Lava Panther. I mentioned it earlier. I have a Lava Panther that I ended up getting for like 32 something bucks last year. Centennial XL is another good one, and spoiler alert, that's not the only time you're going to see Centennial XL on this list, if you can get behind the price. Our next one, we want to talk about colored fish. A lot of people really like this effect. This is my personal favorite way to get color. Now, TNT has gotten better about this. I personally think colored fish is done better by Phantom. The nitrocellulose, I think TNT's carrying it, though, now. Liberty and Justice, this also applies to Good vs. Evil. Both of them have colored fish. One of them has orange colored fish, and the other one has red colored fish. Lizard Wizard also has colored fish, kind of. I think it's in the middle. I looked it up. I can't remember where it was. Light Symphony. Nobody really talks about this fountain. But I do have a demo of this. The neighbors bought one, and I recorded it. So thanks to the neighbors for footing the bill on that, because personally I wasn't going to buy it. But it's actually very nice, colorful fish. It's just not a very good finale fountain. Centennial XL, that's the one that I mentioned you're going to see later. 5 Minute Showdown also has very good colored fish. It's just, again, I don't know if you can get behind the price. I'm not a real big fan of any fountain that goes much longer than 3 minutes. As a note, Crypto, Magic Seashell, and Silent Insanity have uncolored fish. It's like silverfish. This fish tends to, I've noticed this fish on these 3 fountains tends to be a lot more violent than the colored fish. Not sure why that is. Somebody a bit more into the science is going to have to tell me why that is. But if you want the fish that like really shoots all over the place, those are the ones you're going to want. You're just not going to get the color. This is my honorable TNT mention. Glitter. Glitter is a relatively new effect in the California fountain world. Crypto has it. Silent Insanity has it. And they're both really good, but they're kind of silver glitter. Mad Dog XL is a new one for this year, and it has a very unique green glitter effect. I cannot wait to watch this in person. It looks really cool. So if you want green glitter, go get it. Go get it anyways, because it has another really cool effect called Willow that I didn't include in this color list, but also really good. Go get it. I'm going to see if I can steal like a stool or a ladder or something to put this on this year when I demo it for you. So now we're going to go on to Phantom. Phantom has a lot of good nitrocellulose fountains. My personal favorite of nitrocellulose and Phantom is Serenity, which I talked about earlier. This thing, I mean, the first tube of it, honestly, worth pretty much $15 right there. Well, actually, it used to be like $24.99 BOGO. Honestly, I think this is probably the best nitrocellulose that I've personally seen. I will be getting sprinkles. So maybe Serenity will outmatch it. Moondance Premier. This has a rewrap that we're going to talk about later. And it's purple. Purple again. I personally think this is a good fountain. I know some people aren't big fans of it. I think it's a good fountain, especially when you compare it with the next one, Flower Pot. This is another one that doesn't show up on demos because the nitrocellulose on the Flower Pot is a lot smaller, but it has a very, very beautiful effect. I personally am probably going to mix match a Moondance Premier in a Flower Pot at the stand this year. Red, White, and Blue Jubilee. I have a demo of this, but the wind kind of ruined it. I can't get behind it for the price personally, but again, red and white and blue, all of it just nitrocellulose. It's basically a pure nitrocellulose fountain. Not completely a pure nitrocellulose fountain, but a lot of nitrocellulose in it. Dragon's Tears, that's an old standby. It's pretty similar to the Lava Panther from TNT. I think the nitrocellulose color on Dragon's Tears is a little bit better just because I kind of prefer red over orange. But in terms of crackle, I think the Lava Panther has this beat. It didn't used to. I think they've watered down Dragon's Tears a bit, but very good fountain. As for colored fish, Phantom, I honestly thought they had more. Maybe they are getting rid of it. Maybe they are getting rid of it. But you have Flaring Stars, which is my absolute favorite fish fountain. Beautiful colors, beautiful everything. I'm probably going to pick up like 2 of these this year, and that's on top of the one that I showed you earlier that I already have. Spirit in the Night also has colored fish very similar to Flaring Stars, along with a bunch of other effects. You can mix and match this with Serenity, and you have a great, fantastic display of color if you're buying from Phantom right there. Freedom, again, nitrocellulose, Mount Magma. You really can't beat it. It's pretty similar to the Icebreaker. This has an extra tube than the Icebreaker. It's a little bit smaller, but it does have the extra tube. And it's a bit cheaper. Red. Red and just ends with a crackle. The red tube's very vibrant. Jumbo Purple Rain, that's that Moondance Premier rewrap. It's a little cheaper at Freedom, but you don't get to buy one, get one, and mix match it with the Flower Pot. Dragon Dreamscape is a Lizard Wizard rewrap. Leaping Lizard, yeah. If you have a Freedom, go get the Dragon Dreamscape. It's like $10 cheaper. This is probably, I'm very excited to watch this. Kingfish, that is a completely pure nitrocellulose fountain. A bunch of colors. Unfortunately, I've never demoed this one. Pyro Monkey. has a great demo of that one that I watched looking at it for this video. So again, very good fountain. Colored Fish, Happy Trolls, and Make the Grade. They both kind of do the same thing. Again, note that Freedom Star has the uncolored fish that zip around a bit more. I have demos of both Happy Trolls and Make the Grade. Happy Trolls is, I'm kind of at the point where I don't think it's worth that price. I think it was really good when it was like $10. I bought one last year. It's a little too short, in my opinion. But again, go watch your own demo. Go watch demos of these things. My demos, everybody else's demos. Don't just watch one demo. Watch a bunch of them, because fireworks perform differently. And that's about it. So that's just a list of some really cool colored fountains that you can have. Again, it's not my place, in my opinion. That's not really what I think this channel was for, to try and make out a list for you guys. I know some of you want that. I really encourage everybody to pick out their own list, because what I enjoy in fireworks may not be what everybody else enjoys in fireworks. A lot of people just really enjoy crackle. I want the color in there. So that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope the list part wasn't too boring. I know it's kind of just like gray and whatever, but I put in a little bit of unboxing at the beginning. Hopefully that got you guys to enjoy it. I'm out of here. I will see you in the next video. Leave me some ideas for more stuff that you want to see. I will try and make them. This is how this video came to pass. Last year, I forget the commenter. I'm really sorry, but gave me this idea, and I said, yeah, somebody ought to do a video on that. So here's my gift to you, and thanks for watching. Have a great 4th. See you all next time.